want to tell this owl story. So I got these short-eared owls, and they migrate in the summertime to Canada and Montana and Wyoming, and they hang out. And then they come back in the wintertime. They overwinter in the grasslands, the tall grass prairies, and they nest and they roost on the ground. They just set on the ground, and they get up and they fly a little ways and they set back down and stuff. So I really got into these short-eared owls. That was kind of a big deal. Every time I'd go to in the wintertime, go feed cows, or I'd go just ride across pasture or whatever, I'd flush these owls up, and they got pretty neat. I got to watching them. And horseback, you can ride up real close to them and ride right beside them. As long as you keep moving, you stop, they fly. As long as you keep moving. So one day I'm going by this old hay barn over there, and lo and behold, out of this hay barn flies these two owls, fly out of this hay barn. And I thought, wow, I got barn owls, because they flew out of a barn, right? So I call Wildlife and Parks, Kansas Wildlife and Parks Department, a good friend of mine, Ed Miller, and I call Ed up. I said, Ed, you're not going to believe this. I said, I got owls, barn owls. He said, well, you got short ears. You sure you got? I said, I got barn owls. They're in a barn. He said, okay, you got barn owls. I said, I want to get instructions on how to build a barn owl nesting box to put up in the barn. He said, okay, I'll check it out and get back with you. So he calls me back about 30 minutes later, and he says, I've got one better than that. He says, he said, I've got the funding with Chickadee Checkoff to fund the building of these boxes, and we'll have the inmates at the state penitentiary build these boxes, these barn owl boxes for you. We'll put them up, and we'll even do one more than that. We'll come out and put them up for you. I said, boy, that's great. That's the best thing ever. No problem. When do you want to do it? And I told him, I said, well, whenever you get the boxes built, call me, and then come on out. So they come out, I don't know, a week or two later, they had the boxes, the barn owl boxes, and they come out, and we drive over there, and lo and behold, these two biologists, and out of this barn flies two owls. And I thought, boy, you couldn't time this any better. Here we're coming to put boxes up, and here comes two owls right in front of these two biologists. And I mean, it's like the coolest thing there is, right? And I look at those guys, and they got big old frowns on their faces. And they're shaking their head no like that. And I go, Ed, what's wrong? What's wrong with the owls? I said, we're going to put the box up. He says, them ain't barn owls. I said, what are those? And he said, those are great horn. I said, oh, great horn. I said, okay, well, that's good. Great horns are good. I said, what do great horns eat? And he said, barn owls. I said, oh, okay. So we went ahead and put the box up anyway. And lo and behold, the very first year we put the box up, we had a pair of barn owls come there and nest, and they raised a clutch of two chicks, or whatever you want to call them, fledglings or whatever. And I got pictures of them. I took pictures of these baby chicks. I don't know where the pictures are anymore. And then it was shortly after that, I seen great horns again, and I've never had a barn owl since, and the box is still over there. So people ask me about that box, and instead of telling them it's for barn owls, I just tell them it's the Great Horn Buffet is what it is. And so that's what I put up. I put up a buffet table for great horn owls, I guess. I thought I was building something for a barn owl, but instead I built something for a great horn. And the great horn belongs there too. He just eats barn owls.